Our next question will be on education. Mr. Wick, both your plans on education differ extremely. Could you both elaborate a little on your plan and how does your plan benefit the American student, Mr. Wick?
We believe that the public school system has become riddled with corruption. It results in a lot of leaders fighting over who gets to lead while students are forgotten and ignored. We believe that the basic flaw in the system is the administration itself. Instead of being a way for people who care about education to teach, it has become a way for the power-hungry and money-hungry to satisfy their own pleasures. We believe that no amount of government spending on useless new programs is going to fix this problem. The entire system would need to be changed. Fortunately, another system is already in place: homeschooling. Statistics show that homeschoolers are more effective, more cost-effective, and less discriminatory than homeschools. And these aren't just homeschool association studies. The results are the same across state and local district surveys as well. A homeschooled student on $500 scores more than 30% higher than a public school student on $5,000. We aren't going to waste any more of your tax money on these family programs. Instead, we're going to lighten the tax burden on homeschooling families and private schools, making them even more affordable for working citizens. It's time to stop paying for other kids' daycare. We need to address the real issue instead of spending more tax money on public schools. Hope Cassidy says that the problems with illiteracy and critical thinking are rampant in our schools today, and it's true. But we believe this is just because the public schools don't work. We're wasting $500 billion a year on these ineffective, unwanted schools. No problems with dropping out on homeschoolers because they enjoy school. No one can force college on someone. With Hope Cassidy's plan, she would spend tax money to pay for college. And this means that someone who, for instance, was good at bricklaying and didn't need to go to college would have to pay for someone else's college. The public schools still training the majority of kids. Bad grades are still only going to allow a fraction of students to enter college. Hope's programs are all going to spend tons of taxpayer money on pointless programs. Even if the programs result in a few more college graduates, they're going to leave America for countries with better economies. We need to tackle the real issues rather than covering them with government spending band-aids.
Ms. Cassidy, you've got 2 minutes to respond.
Ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you something that's a little bit wrong with Mr. Wick's education plans. First of all, he treats you like your education is just a luxury you can pull out of your pocket, and it's not. It's a privilege. The Saurians, we don't run away from this mountain called education. We don't try to sweep it under the rug. In fact, we try to fix it. You know, if someone wants to homeschool their child, that's great. If you want to send them to private school, that's wonderful. And with our plans, you'll have a bigger chance to. You won't have to work 5 jobs to cover your health insurance, because you won't have to worry, because we'll stand up for your rights and make sure you're covered, leaving you time to stay with your kids, to spend time with your family. And while you're doing this, by the way, you don't have to worry about how you're going to support them, because if there is an accident, you have the right to receive medical attention. If your spouse loses a job, there will be programs to help you and your family through this time of need. By following a Ira Wick plan, what he's doing is letting the government decide who and when and what you will teach your child in your own home. Do you really want the government to tell you how to homeschool your child? Do you really want the government to tell you where you can put your child? Plus, okay, everybody's a homeschooler. So what about the families that have to work because they don't have that great of an income? You've got someone at home supporting their children and someone else out working that can't support everyone that's back at home. What about all the women that are out in the workforce today? The nurses, the teachers, where are they going to go? If they're at home teaching their children, you're not going to have any nurses. You're not going to have any teachers. You're going to lose employment, which is a huge issue. And then what about special needs children? or children that come from a dysfunctional family.
You both feel strongly about deporting immigrants. How will you curtail the steady influx of these immigrants, and what are your plans, if any, to discipline those companies who hire these workers that are taking away American jobs? Ms. Cassidy.
It's kind of funny because Mr. Wick isn't punishing them. He's giving them, he's sending all of his jobs to Mexico. He's sending factories for our solar panels straight to Mexico and then bringing them back to America. So while he's while he's taxing those outsourcing jobs, he's promoting that our jobs go to our sister country, Mexico, to make solar panels to bring back to America. Okay? More immigration. I believe, honestly, that immigration is a big part of terrorism. That though all immigrants are not terrorists, a lot of people that come here are unchecked. We've got to strengthen our borders. Because what we're doing now is allowing ourselves to be attacked from the inside out. We're allowing people to come in unchecked, to live here without any kind of permit. We're not giving away green cards. We're giving them places to live. We're giving them your tax dollars so they can have education and health care. You know, honestly, I have no problem with people coming here. But we have no problem for people to come here to achieve their American dream, so they should have no problem becoming American citizens. You know, immigrants found without citizenship will be deported. Strengthening every border and continuing to crack down on immigration is what our country needs. Once they become American citizens, they will be instantly eligible for what our country has to offer: college, national health care, welfare.
Mr. Wick, you've got 2 minutes to respond.
Our standpoint on immigration is very simple, and we agree that deportation will be necessary. If an illegal alien is discovered or reported, we will send them back to their home country. However, America has always represented hope and opportunity to the outside world, and immigration is a central part of our history. We want to encourage the legal immigration process by streamlining it. If we can make legal immigration easier, we will reduce the amount of people trying to get here illegally. The immigration process in our country today is complex and seems almost to discourage immigration. After meeting a series of application requirements, an immigrant has to submit an INS form, along with $260, photos, and fingerprints. After receiving these, the FBI runs a background check. All of this frequently takes years, and the longer the system is in place, the more unfinished applications stack up. We plan to streamline the naturalization process to encourage an era of safe and easy immigration.
I understand from the news reports that you have an aunt living here in the U.S. illegally. What are your plans for her?
We're going to deport her. It is hard when problems like this enter your family life, but we're gonna stick to what we say, no matter what happens.